Hi everyone, Kenzie Benali here, back with part 4 of our goal countdown. In this video, we're counting down from goals 70 to 61, starting off with this strike from Lee Barnard.
We've played 1.5 minutes of the 4 top minutes of added on. Goburn, the substitute, leaves it for Lallana. Lallana plays it through. Can Barnard make it 4? Barnard tries to go around the keeper from an impossible angle. Lee Barnard has the 4th goal for Southampton.
Lee Barnard had an interesting time at Saints, but it was an important period for Saints because they really needed that kind of, I guess, nous for that level that they were in League One. They really needed somebody who kind of knew that league. They knew how to play at that level. They knew how to score goals, and that's just what Saints needed to help them out of League One.
It's 3 against 5 in Saints' favour. Back it comes into Lallana, can't quite keep possession, does so. Back it comes with a low shot, and Southampton have the lead.
Stephen Davis had just arrived, of course, from Rangers after their financial meltdown, so another club going through all the problems. He was a bargain and a brilliant signing for Saints at about £800,000 for a man of his experience. So, of course, when he doesn't get picked in the first game, he's probably thinking, well, I've got a bit to prove here. You know, I probably thought he'd get in the team. And for him, returning to the Premier League after those years in Scotland as well was important. But when him and Rickie Lambert came on, the team were transformed. That break was terrific. Lallana's break and speed, then his skill in the box to set the actual strike up. And for Stephen Davis, it was a dream start. And of course, it gave Saints hope and faith that they could compete in that division because City were a good side then.
Well, that goal from Stephen Davis was the second of the day at Manchester City, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will remember the first. That features a little bit higher up, and we'll be coming to that very soon. But for now, let's get to number 68 in our countdown, and it's another goal for Jay Rodriguez, and this one came at home against Chelsea.
Rodriguez, he's got the return, it's a magnificent finish. Southampton in front, it's Jay Rodriguez.
A lot of players you see who play perhaps deeper, play number 10, they have real technical ability, but because Jay had been a striker and he'd come to Saints almost as a striker who then moved into a deeper role, he had the finishing ability as well. So to be able to have all that in one package is incredible.
That particular ball there, it's a 1-2 on the edge of the box, and that's pure football. He plays it, he's made his run, the ball's received immediately back like a wall pass. But when he receives the ball and he picks the ball up, all of a sudden he's got the goalkeeper coming out. Now a lot of players of less ability would lose their composure there, but he doesn't. If you watch the goal, as the goalkeeper's coming in stride, he just clips the ball with his right foot round the goalkeeper. So he's played a 1-2, he's picked the ball up, his brain is working 100 miles an hour, and he sees the goalkeeper coming and slips it past him, bends around, knows exactly what he's doing. Quality goal.
Between us three, we had a mixture of everything. And like I said, Jay had that ability that you could stretch the teams and put it in behind, and obviously he could finish as well. He was brilliant, Jay. Absolutely superb.
Deep in Palace territory on that far right touchline. Mane spins away from his defender, he's done brilliantly, gets the byline, pulls it back towards Pella, goes back out for the goal, and the second goal for Saints. Ryan Bertrand on that left-hand side, he's hit it first time, right-footed with his weaker foot.
Exactly what you want from your fullback, the balls being obviously from the throw-in down the right-hand side. Great piece of skill from Sadio Mane, which we know only too well what he's capable of doing. Great little turn in the corner. And the ball in was, you know, that air shot from Pella, but for Bertrand to be running in from the opposite flank, and, you know, very impressive to be finishing like that with your right foot. I know what my right foot was like, and it was nowhere near as lethal as that, that's for sure. So yeah, you know, great for any fullback or wing back to be scoring goals, but yeah, a good goal and a good bit of skill and a wonderful finish.
And Connolly holds it up for Rickie Lambert. They'll want to finish in style, Saints. Chamberlain has hit the post as soon as he came on. Cuts inside onto his left foot. Oh, what a goal! Alex Chamberlain!
Alex Chamberlain would have been a key part of that side that you know, got us promoted, and you know, it's crucial for us as a club to sort of start stepping up and bouncing back from the lows that we experienced. And you know, he was a key part of all that. Yeah, you know, a player that's got pace, strength, comfortable on the ball, dribbling at players, and you know, what a wonderful finish this was to sort of bend it in from that angle and that distance was certainly one that he'll cherish, I'm sure.
The celebrations after for promotion to the champ were insane. You know, we're obviously up, we're leading the chants for the crowd. We're all out there with our beers, and then days you could, you know, and yeah, I think I had the kids and everything draped around me. Everybody's families were up there. Yeah, the whole when you looked out, the whole field was just covered, and obviously the lads were just leading whatever chants, you know, Portsmouth chants and all sorts, and good times, like great times. And you know, I think like we talk about the boys, and it wasn't just the boys in the changing room. It was like throughout the whole stadium. You know, all the way down to the fans, the media staff, the coaching staff, the physios, the academy. We were just one big, you know, family, all going in that direction. And if you didn't want to jump on, then jump off.
And then good vision from Redmond, gets Carrillo way down the left. Again, Higazi goes to meet Carrillo with a very clever ball in field. Carrillo to TADIĆ. TADIČ as Foster comes in, chips it, and doubles Southampton's lead.
You've got the memorable assist from Guido Carrillo, where he, you know, I guess there's not much we can say about his time at Saints as it stands, but it was a tremendous ball over the top where he just sort of hooks it over the defender, even though it doesn't really look possible to do it, given he's sort of running away from it. And then Tadić runs in, and it's kind of like a dink. It's so delicate, the way he finishes it. And then in the celebration, there's kind of, I think, the little dink as well. It's in fact, it's like a goal that you almost have to say it with a high-pitched voice, dink, because it's that delicate and that sort of lovely a goal from him, and just another great moment from Tadić in amongst a few years of really great moments at Saints.
Okay, Saints fans, we're about to relive one of the most incredible matches of the last decade. We're going back to March 2012 and a trip to Ellen Road to face Leeds United as the Saints continued their fight for Championship promotion.
Clever ball, and now Corks in down the right wing. Lovely pass as well. Can he make a good cross into the penalty? Lee nods it across. Lambert on the volley. What a fantastic goal for Southampton!
Crazy game, crazy, great game, absolute great game. It was absolute backs to the wall. We didn't play well all game, I don't think. I think we defended well.
Obviously you can't play well every game, but we were getting hammered. Just like it was the Alamo.
McCormack on the right for Leeds, curls it in, dangerous for the area, great save from Kelvin Davis.
We didn't have many chances. Don't think we wasn't our usual self, being able to pass it and go forward. We struggled a little bit, but we managed to get 1-0 up pretty early on, and then it was just basically defend. And still to this day, I don't know how we'll finish 1-0.
Come out to Snodgrass on this left-hand touchline. Clayton curls it right-footed. Kelvin Davis comes a long way off his line. He hasn't got there, and then the ball has not gone in. How did that not go in? Like
some of the saves Kel's pulled off was incredible. Like normally you get one shot where like in your mind it's, oh bloody hell, you've scored here. There's about 3 or 4 where it's like, oh no, and then somehow it hasn't gone in. Kel's pulled it round the post or tipped it over the bar.
Epitomised us as a team, you know, like, yeah, we wanted to play football, yeah, we wanted to dominate possession, yeah, we wanted to score great goals, and we did score plenty of them, but without that side of us, we wouldn't have got back-to-back promotions.
Curl towards the back of the area, diving header down, and Kelvin Davis puts it up into the air, still not going over the line, off the crossbar, half away, Leeds can't bundle in, another shot comes in, goes wide, corner Leeds, unbelievable football at Ellen Road.
Just defending our goal, like I said, I've never been in a game like it. I don't think many have, to be honest. It was brilliant to come away with the win. Like, to come away with a draw would have been good, but to come away with the win, I can remember just hugging Kelvin afterwards. I think the whole team was hugging Kelv. because it was like it was a special performance that day. It was it's the best keeping performance I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sure if he did a top 100 saves, he'd have plenty. So I was thankful to Super for them moments, and without him behind us as well, galvanising the group, we don't get through on days like that. But incredible scenes, man.
We're about to get underway. 4 games to go in Southampton's season. Still on 36 points, last season's total. Need a point to get past that, and immediately Shane Long charges the ball down from the kick-off, and then he chips the goalkeeper, and he gives Southampton the lead in 9 seconds.
Shane Long's goal after 7.69 seconds was really a sigh of relief for me. I mean, it was a great moment, but it was one of those moments when you're commentating, you often, at the kick-off, look down at your notes for a couple of things to say. So actually, thankfully for me, I'm not sure Dave saw it, but I was watching the ball enough and saw him charging and just about got the commentary right. And had you not, of course, I'd be kicking myself forever if I hadn't got that right.
It's a weird one. It's something that I'm really proud of, but at the time I didn't think it was that big a deal. After the game as well, someone said it to me, I said, oh, that's cool, kind of thing. And then I had to go out and do interviews, and everybody was buzzing about it. The whole place was, and I was thinking, this must be a big thing now, kind of thing. And yeah, even weeks, months later, it's still talked about. And yeah, obviously, it is something I'm proud of, being in the Guinness Book of Records and having that record to my name, for it to stand for 20 odd years in the Ledley King. Hopefully, it's something that stands for a long time for me as well.
CÉDRIC. It's about 3 or 4 yards from the penalty area, left of centre. Is he really going to get this right? He's never scored a Premier League goal. CÉDRIC curls it. Oh, it's a brilliant free kick. He does have his first goal for Southampton in the Premier League, and Saints are 2 up against United within 20 minutes.
The modern balls today, they're light. You can strike them well. Ward-Prowse is brilliant at dead ball situations, but in this case it's CÉDRIC. It's on the left-hand side. He takes it with his right foot. And sometimes if you're the right distance from goal and you've got the wall that 10 yards away, if the distance is right and you think you have the ability to get your foot under it, through it, to lift the ball over the wall with what we call dip on it, that one had dip and bend, and he struck it perfectly. And again, from a free kick, that's a good goal.
Our final goal of this video is probably the best team goal in the last decade. 27 passes in total as Saints played Middlesbrough off the park.
This is early on and we're playing Middlesbrough, huge budget, expected to go on and probably be contenders thereabouts in the league, and you know, we were so confident and comfortable in the way that we played that we could have played anyone at that point, and we were stringing passes together. We had good players in there. Jack Cork could join us, who was very pivotal in midfield at keeping the ball. We had obviously Morgan, super comfortable on the ball, and yeah, we were just playing it around. And then great to see Connors actually get the goal at the end.
Lovely work from Lambert, Connolly, then Chaplin. It's back out to Lambert on the left wing. Looks up, what are his options? Lambert dummies the cross, carries on along the byline, 6 yards from the goal, squares it across, shot, 3-0. Connolly has his first goal since August.
He was like a new player for us at the start of that season because we didn't have him the year before, and he's obviously got himself fit and got back in, had a good pre-season, and actually got into a point of where he'd pushed other people out. He'd played and you know, had been a big part of the promotion team, and what a player he was, like so clever, and at that age where he was at then, he was just so far in front of everyone else with his thinking.
That goal exactly showed what we was about, and that's why that's one of the best seasons I've ever enjoyed. Like I said, it's we were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Every player on the pitch was involved, and every person was comfortable on the ball, moving. If one player moved out of position, another player would fill in. It was brilliant, and like I said, full credit to Atkins and his team to get us playing that football. He definitely maximised the talent that we had in that squad. good or bad, we used to watch the game back the day after, good points, bad points, and I didn't know that it was that many passes till the day after, or that good of a goal till the day after, and it was, yeah, it was brilliant. It was, we beat them 3-0 or something like that. We absolutely battered them, and that was one of the best goals, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Click here to move on to part 5 of our countdown. In our next video, we'll be looking at goals ranked number 60 to 51, and we'll see an amazing strike from Maya Yoshida.